Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, we're going to be playing Moist Mono Black, checking back in on a deck that I'm really enjoying in this particular format, and that's helping me do a lot of damage right now on ladder, so it's pretty fun. This is, while you absorb that deck list, really suck it in, because we're going to be spending a little bit of time with it this afternoon. It's streak 994. Can you believe it? Less than a week till day number 1000. Gosh, it's crazy. Never would have thought we'd get this far. Got a special video planned for you. I think you'll like it. Probably going to do an after party. I believe that's a Monday, so probably do an after party on Twitch. Get some people to come out. It's either a Sunday or a Monday. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully I'll see you there. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Got some cool stuff in the works for you. 994 days in a row, releasing an MTG video. Woo! Professional YouTuber, boys and girls. Can you believe it? Anyway, this Moist Mono Black, we played something like this on October 6th. So this is the version that I played before, and cover up that beautiful face. And we had Test of Talents to try to fight Izzet Epiphany, and we had a few spot removal spells and the mana base. You'll see that most of the change that's occurred has happened in the mana base, but something I'm pretty happy about doing, cutting out spot removal, going up to 4 Meathook Massacres to play against the dreaded aggro archetypes, and having 4 Divide by Zeros instead of Test of Talents, because it does add the Divide by Zero combo with Meathook Massacre. Divide by Zero also plays in a number of other ways in the deck, by bouncing Lulth when Lulth is under duress, by bouncing your Skullport Merchant and playing it again. So there, and of course bouncing the big spells when the Epiphany decks try to burn the house down or bridge their way to their big combo. Casting Divide by Zero can sometimes stall you just long enough to win. This deck is a little bit sneaky aggressive, I would say, and it's not that it can't win against Izzet, it's that it struggles, but it's so good against aggro, as you have these endless loops of Lulth, Blood on the Snow, Meathook Massacre, Divide by Zero. Oh, it's brutal. A lot of the work I'm also still doing with the deck is in the mana base. I've got 1 Hall of Storm Giants and 1 Hive the Eye Tyrant and 4 Shipwreck Marsh as non-snow lands, along with 4 Field of Ruin. So sometimes my snow mana doesn't come together well, but part of this is by design, and we have a solution baked into the deck to use Hunt for Specimens, Eye Twitch, and Divide by Zero, all lessons, to go get the 2 copies of Environmental Sciences in the sideboard, to go get our snow-covered island and get more snow-covered swamps so that our deck is more functional with Lulth and Blood on the Snow than it would be with so many non-snow lands. I wanted to try the version of this that got me playing it again, kind of brought me back to it. It was sent to me on Twitter by Mike Flores, and he had Ice Tunnel, but I hated the tap land. It seemed like I always had a tap land at a time when I hated having a tap land. So I'm trying out Shipwreck Marsh and Hall of the Storm Giants instead. The potential for a 2-color mana base where everything's untapped is really appealing to me. Over here in the sideboard, I made a mistake in the sideboard. I actually have to go get Pest Summoning. You really want Pest Summoning in like a Meathook type deck, because sometimes you use it to get the last bits of damage. So yeah, I think I meant to put it as a teachings and somehow got it messed up there. Anyway, changing the deck on the fly. Pathetic, terrible YouTuber. This is the version I'm going to run today. So we've got 1 Mascot Exhibition, because in a world with Alrund's Epiphany, not many games come down to casting Mascot Exhibition as they used to. We talked about 2 sciences for a reason. We only have 24 lands instead of 26, but we have a ton of Learn to try to fetch these right away. And then we've got 2 copies of Fumes, because dealing with Old Growth Troll is pretty important. Also having answers to things like Goldspan Dragon, even though this is not a great way to do it. You'd prefer to sweep it, but you know how Goldspan is. Sometimes it's just got to go Coma, weird stuff like that still lurks in the meta. Teachings is a huge get for this deck when you do go moist. The blue splash making this card possible. It's a great reload if you end up drawing a hand that doesn't keep its hand full very well and just plays out all of its, like, 3 Shambling Gas, 2 Skullport Merchant, and then you hit 1 Divide by 0. You go get Teachings, then you refill, and life is beautiful again. And yeah, this Pest Summoning to go get on curve with your Hunt for Specimens or Eye Twitch to keep the board nice and gummy so your Meat Hook is juicy and can be somewhat lethal. So, not a big innovation necessarily. I think that it's something I love to do. You know I love this strategy. You know I love this strategy. So I have a Dimir control deck that does Divide by Meat Hook. It just struggles so much against Epiphany. I haven't played it in quite some time. I might have to rebuild it. But having a deck that can go Divide by Meat Hook is so yummy. All right, let's dive in and hook 'em. Let the nonsense begin. All right, the rule for the rest of the season and until Alrund's Epiphany gets banned is if our deck beats Izzet, we will play it in Mythic. If it doesn't beat Izzet, we're playing standard events. And the reason for that is because while it says Izzet is only 11% of Mythic, if you check the stats on untap.gg, it's over 60%. I think it's close to 70% in my personal experience of what I track in top like 95% up. It's all Izzet with some mono white and nothing else. And it's such a lame experience right now, I'm not willing to do it. So if the deck is actually good against Izzet, we'll play it in Mythic. And if it's not, like pretty much all the black decks that I enjoy and every creature deck that currently exists in Magic, then we're going to play it in standard event. But if you like the Izzet, if you like swimming in an Izzet soup, that's what Upper Mythic is. Go have fun with that. I'm trying to make a little more varied content, or just more interesting content. And if I just get salty against Izzet every day, that's not very fun. Yeah, I could wake up every day on a mission to beat it, but it's not a fun deck to even beat, quite frankly. It's just, oh, look, they missed a land drop. Yay, I won. All right, let's dive into this. Let's go. These events are more fun anyway. Look, I've got so much more gold in my pocket all the time. I'm never cashing in for gems like I used to have to do all the time to get my cosmetics. Those cosmetics are important, man. Now, there still is it in here. It's just not nearly at the frequency that it is in a high Mythic, where it's literally the only deck that you can play aside from like the most aggressive mono white decks. But if you check the win rates, mono white's win rate in Mythic is incredibly lower than it is anywhere else on ladder. So the Izzet decks are clowning mono white in Mythic. Okay, Kalane. So Immersturm Predator makes you glad you had the Meat Hook Massacre. How do we go about getting to it? I think the opponent will take this hit, but then they'll just counterattack me. Is that good for me or bad for me? They don't want to give up their Kalane. And if they do, like, we might need this treasure to power this Meat Hook. Yeah, we're going to need, like, some ramp. So let's chill. Let's go get, I think it's Sciences here, just to make sure we don't miss a land. Because we're going to need every land to Meat Hook an Immersturm Predator before they're too big. Of course, Kalane makes that. Oh, Kalane makes that so hard, right? Because they come in with additional counters. I guess we have Necrotic Fumes for a Predator. Yeah, they pull back. Might mean they have another Kalane, though. So this will be a Goldspan Dragon? Go get the fumes. We do have the Deadly Dispute ramp that turn, but I think being prepared for the gold span is important. Rakdos, they don't have negate, and that's a big difference. It actually makes Necrotic Fumes a reasonable answer to the dragon. They just end up with a bunch more treasures. So what's our trump in the treasure matchup? Do we just grind them with meat hooks and divide by 0 so that we just have endless sweeper? Yeah, that should work in these matchups. Their planeswalkers are pretty good. We want to exile those, so I hope I don't have to use this on a dragon. But we need to have enough mana to do it. We need to have, like, you know, 8 mana so that we can always be hooking when our opponent plays a Goldspan Dragon and a Kalane or an Innistrad Predator. Oh, we going thick Murchie. Okay. Well, if they're going thick Merchant, their hand isn't that great, and they didn't play the Sciences, so maybe they plan to use it to sack Kalane and draw. Well, let's work on our mana. Divide by 0 is also pretty good against their Innistrad Predator if they run that. And just pass here. I don't believe in attacking with the eye twitch because I just want to make them hitting me with a hasty dragon harder. This might be a grind. We might have a 1-game video. Let's go. I like this magic. Way better than infinite turns on turn, you know, 5 or 6 or whatever it is, depending how many windfalls they land. My turn to make some treasure. They're just chilling. They didn't sacrifice anything either, right? What are they chilling on? Infernal Grasp? That's some nice divide by 0 action. So if I go for Lolth here, what's going to happen? Nothing great, right? They'll probably kill it with some variety of ways. Try to attack it. They probably run Blood on the Snow as well. I could play Merchant and hold up Divide by 0. Yeah, just start drawing cards ourselves off these pests before we sweep them up, or before Blood on the Snow sweeps them up. That's pretty good. Just want to keep hitting lands. Want to have lots of land, lots of treasure. And just hook anything that comes in our path. Try to exile the things they want to get back the most with Blood on the Snow. There it is. Bouncy? They're playing it into the fumes. It's going to be a 4/4 that can be a 5/5, so we can hook it. We can hook everything, right? Yeah, we have to give up all the treasures, but we can hook it. Let's do this. Maybe we'll wait another turn and draw everything we can off the current board state. Predator will eat our graveyard a little, but there's nothing there we can't lose. Land. How do we get land? We could try to draw it with Deadly Dispute. We could also play this Divide by 0 and get Sciences. But that's giving up a hook activation later. We could Deadly Dispute the Pest. Yeah, I think that's fine. This will get land, right? Or a Learn that isn't a divide. This will get land. It'll definitely get land. It got land. See? See? I wasn't worried. Were you worried? Nervous Nellies out there thinking I wouldn't draw land. Here comes Dragon. The first Rolling Stones song I ever heard that I can remember, of course there was probably something in the background, but the first time I heard Rolling Stones and knew I was listening to the Rolling Stones, it was a little song that goes, "Time is on my side. Yes, it is." And that is an important Magic the Gathering jingle. All right, let's not draw off these treasures. We just overdraw our hand, end up discarding anyway. It's not a good life. Opponent knows. Like, they know it's all going away, don't they? You see them holding back. They're just chilling. We can draw some cards here. We can draw a bunch of cards here. What am I discarding? A lot of good cards here. Is it actually hunt for specimens? Plenty more learns where that came from. But we do have to keep hitting our land. Did we use all our sciences? Yeah. So we have to keep hitting land to do divide meat hook when on command, basically. Yeah, bring them out. Let's go. Beautiful. Merchant, not a lot to sacrifice. We can play Lolth. Probably gets run over. But it is a very distracting card. I guess they don't have enough pressure here to just attack it, so we can just play Lolth and draw. We do kind of want one in the graveyard, right?
I will show you what happened. My words of
Cool.
ambitious minds.
Is having this on the field, is that a significant blockade here? It's interesting, right? Oh, let's just save the treasure. There's a dragon. Come on down. Come on down. Interesting that they only send the dragon. We could definitely save Lolth here. I just don't think Lolth is the point. If that makes sense.
You win this round, but I'll be waiting for you.
Ta-da! Guess we'll get summoning. Just something cheap, make a few bodies after we do the hook. They'll sacrifice their creatures. They'll draw a bunch of cards. The game will continue. Get used to it. Why did I better start manually tapping. Kind of got screwed by auto tapper here. Could have had 2 Shambling Ghasts. They're saving these treasures. They might have Orcus. Orcus is pretty good. Do I want to hold up Divide by 0 for Orcus? Go get mascots. I don't know. I don't think, like, discarding sucks too. Let's just play this Shambling Ghast, see what happens. They found a haven, but we've got a field. They go for mascots. Whatever. Easy to block. We're gonna miss another land, though. Let's get the merchant down. Make more treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to go 1, 2, sacrifice, then 1, 2, so we can play one more. Just gonna try to drain him to death with the hook. Yep, they've got another Goldspan dragon. All right, 3 mana, divide, get this back. Block, block. Dig. A little bit of life gain back. We don't need to do this. We could just make treasure. But it might encourage them to play more stuff, because I wouldn't necessarily do that if I had Divide. Okay. Alright, they're not falling for it. Do we try to drag this out? So exiling it isn't that good. This could be a good Blood on the Snow because we can get back Lulth. Yeah, we'll just Blood on the Snow this time. There's nothing there that's indestructible. There's a land. Serve them up a point of damage. See how they like that? You like that? If you power up that Haven... Oh! So what do they have? Do they have a negate? Interesting selection. All right, let's get Planet Lulth going.
I will get what I want.
Now if they just come at me with a dragon, it's a little more awkward. All right, they want to destroy all creatures, so they're going to get back the dragon and attack the Lulth. If we divide it, they have to sacrifice all these treasures. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we just let that go and get the hook and hook the dragon. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Not what's important. It's not what's important.
Again, I will cull the weak.
Like, they've got all this mana. What are they going to do? Just play out more creatures? I'll kill them. It's fun. Basically, we're playing the game on a different axis of what matters. We're down with taking as long as it takes. Is it mascot time? Might be mascot time. Hook 'em. You got all that mana. Do something with it. I dare ya. That's the problem with Rakdos versus some of the other decks. It just doesn't have that much to do with the big mana. As much as I love it. As much as I love my Rakdos decks. That's why having Light Up the Night to just go Fireball, you're dead. And I didn't even have Goldspan in that deck. Do we go ahead and use one field? Think so. They have enough mana where they can just power up both Faceless Havens when they want to. So let's work on killing those Havens. Hit him for one. Mascot Exhibition, ready for your next Blood in the Snow. But that is a lose 4 life Blood in the Snow from the opponent. So it's not without a purpose. They do have Orcus, and the X equals 4. What are they doing? They're just sweeping the board. And they lose 4 life doing that? Oh. Opponent, no. Oh, that's so good for me. They go to 10, and now they get drained some more. Ooh. Yeah, this is the Blood in the Snow list with no new cards from the Innistrad set. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. I guess I'll take this. Yeah, I think this is exactly like a deck I made near the end of 2022. All right, draw Haven. That's good. Some creature land pressure. Very nice. I can exile the Orcus. I mean, I like to hold this to exile Planeswalkers because getting those back with Blood on the Snow is more annoying. Like, do I care? Does this thing even bother me? Like, what's it going to do? I'm at 29. And eventually we hook again anyway. I don't even need to kill it. I can be chill. Oh my god, this is game 1 of this event. Patience is the ultimate win con, guys. I like these games. Some people find them boring. I find them exciting. I like matches with the slightest like differences in like we both have Blood in the Snow and a whole bunch of things to make treasure and learn boards, right? But man, little differences. What you gonna do? Like, what you gonna do? You're at 6. Why'd you attack with that Orcus? We just ground them into nothing. Look at that. Just 1 card left. So brutal. They're gonna block with their Haven. They go to 3. They go to 2. Get in your hooks, everybody. We pulled the full learn board. Okay. I mean, that was delightful. All right, going for even money in the control event. See what we can do. I still want another match with mono white or green. I'm just so salty that the one time I played him, I got mana screwed. Mulligan, mulligan, mana screw. Ugh. Sad. Weird hand. Weird hand. But the lessons and the learns are here to bridge the gap, you know, to make your chump block, get your sciences, gain your life, hit your lands. Mountain. Great draw. Won't matter if it's Izzet, though. I'm dying, man. I am dying. Anti-aggro deck. We are now, I think, 5 out of 6 games control. It stings, man. It stings. We gotta try to pull it off, though. You have to beat what's in front of you. There's no other way. Well, at least we have a creature land, but man, do I need a Faceless Haven in this matchup. The difference is huge if you have a Faceless Haven. Gotta be careful with this Deadly Dispute. It's kind of all I've got. So how do we win this game? Teachings will work, but it's not enough pressure. I guess I need the summons. We find a hook, so we need to get that down for 0, and we need to play Pest Summoning, and we need to attack. Field of Ruin. We need to blow that up. Can we afford to take a turn to blow up Field of Ruin here? Can we beat it? I guess we can still hook for 0. Do we get the hook down? We don't have that many creatures. What if the opponent plays a dragon? We don't have any clues as to what kind of deck they are other than the Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin is usually in the combo deck. The the Galvanic Iteration deck. So I guess we'll play as if they don't have Goldspan Dragon. The weird thing is it generally doesn't matter what's in their deck. It just doesn't matter. It's just all Izzet collage of cards, and they're all better than your deck. They're gonna drag. Oh, so they are the dragon deck. Why did they let that happen that way? Lots of cards in both hands. Plenty of lands, don't need sciences. Mascot Exhibition dials up pressure. I guess it's the exhibition. Fumes is pretty bad. Just gets negated, right? So, like, if I knew it was dragons, I'd have definitely held up Divide by Zero. You just have to make a call. Dragons doesn't usually play this because their mana base, they need double red, double blue. Guess they got me. So impressive. And if they have negate as well, of course, you know. Jwari will do it too. Okay. Well, at least their draw wasn't perfect today. And we're still in it a little bit. Still probably severe underdogs, but not dead. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Gotta preserve life total against them because you never know when Epiphany will take it all. Alright, the pest summoning's looking pretty bad. The Mascot Exhibition too. Like, we can't pressure them now, we have to grind them out. So do we need to change our tactics? We could also go for just Necrotic Fumes here and not go for the Blood on the Snow because we're not getting anything significant back. Go for Summoning Fumes. Of course, if they have the counter spell... Alright, then I guess we'd rather keep the Blood on the Snow. Hands off my lands. I'm doing just fine over here. Man, they are killing me. They're killing me. All right, do we turn on the Divide by Zero by playing the blue source, or do we get the Haven on the field? Gotta try. I have a feeling this isn't going to work, though. And then they're going to Epiphany, and life is going to be sad. But we have to try. Okay. What's their hand? It's not card draw spells, they'd cast them. It's not counters, they'd counter it. Unless they have one more dragon, and they're just trying to run me out of ways to deal. So, if it were Epiphany, wouldn't they foretell it? So what is it? It might be a bunch of Dragon's Fires. Sweeper would make sense, of some kind. Cinderclasm? All four dragons, perhaps? Okay. Great. We've got to start getting back something interesting. If we go for this, it's too risky in my opinion. Let's go for this. We might have to bounce this egg. I mean, eventually they'll find counters. It's possible they're just not using their counters on what I'm playing, but I have a feeling it's more than that. I have a feeling their hand is a little funky. It might be a lot of land. They haven't missed a land drop, have they? My God, they're thinking. If they have a Dragonfire and they're actually going to play it, it's because they have another Goldspan Dragon. And that's messed up. Nobody should just get to draw 3 of those. It's okay. We have thought. We have thought, and we are not doing anything. Leads me to believe they have Dragon's Fire, no Goldspan Dragon. They were trying to figure out how to use this to deal 4. Like, get it flipped. All right, we're no longer on the smork them out. We have to grind them out. So we have to be sacrificing our pests for cards. We've got to outcard them. You have to slowly but surely take all of their creatures away. Let's keep the treasure. We're gonna need all the mana. Yeah, I think if we power up any of these, they will die. So kind of a waste. I think we chill. We are now the control deck. Fighting Izzet, which is scary because eventually they cast a bunch of Alrund's Epiphanies. But they might not have iteration to copy it. The Dragon's version usually doesn't. The big scary thing it has is Deluge. I don't know how we beat Deluge. Do we just get back Hook? Do we get Hook and try to cast it for 4? Is that the play? We try to grind them out the same way that we grind out decks that don't have counter spells because they only have so many. Rude. I will try to bounce my own Divide by 0 to save it from the test of talents. Do I pass? They didn't have, remember, they didn't have a counter a few turns ago. They didn't protect their Goldspan Dragon. Maybe that was a choice, but most people do. Good lord. Good lord. Well, at least they had to use both Test of Talents on the Divide by Zeros. Our moistness has been completely taken. 2 Test of Talents in Dragons. Oh my God, how do they get away with it? I guess if there's just no aggro, people can do this. God, I have to play aggro decks. I have to. I hate it, but that's what the meta is demanding now. It absolutely is demanding it right now. Like, this should be punished. It absolutely must be punished. At least we got 2 Test of Talents out of the way so that they shouldn't be able to hit blood on the snow as easily, right? Right? This draws a card. This can get Teachings. But there's no guarantee Teachings will work. Well, they top-decked that, because they could have played that at many points. Must feel good for them. But you knew it would show up eventually, right? Alright, how do I get them to commit mana so my Hive of the Eye Tyrant can go... Okay, Hall's frustrating. How do I get them to commit mana so I can kill this with the Hive? I don't have enough to power up Hive and cast the Exhibition. I think I need to draw. Because now we're grinding against this. I just don't think we can win this grind. I can't think of a good way to do it. They are at 12. We just need to somehow get a lot of creatures on the field. What's that do? Untapped land there would have let us play the Lolth, get it countered, and then go for the Hive. Right now, though, they can, I guess, flash this back if I try to Hive it. But more likely, they'll just kill this. I guess I get to draw a card that way. That's Mr. Brightside right there. All right, black. No reason to hold up Shipwreck Marsh anymore. All our moisture has been stolen. It might also make a mistake and go after this before combat, and I just play Lolth. Nope. Resolves. They're probably going to use it then, right? If I was going to do it this way, should I have powered up Haven as well? I just thought that they'd kill this. They're going to do this instead, which totally fine. Don't think I can beat it. Dig Through Time's a pretty good card. This Hall being a tap land absolutely screwed me, but this is the matchup where Hall could be good. I just don't think we're going to take another turn, sadly. That's the issue. Yeah, Hall is too slow against Izzet. That's the big problem for that. I probably should have held this back to block their Hall to try to get another turn, though. Okay, Dragon. Dragon's here. They know about the blood on the snow. $15. What are they going to do about Hall? What if I just attack them with Hall? They don't have enough here to Epiphany. They don't have enough here to Hall and block. So they have to kill this, but they take one if they do. So it has to be a bounce spell. They need Fading Hope. They could have it, but these Test of Talents got into the deck somehow. Cool. Hello? They definitely have the mana to pay for Fading Hope if they have it, but if they don't, this might just be pure ninja moves. And I've picked on this Hall a lot, but it might steal a game. Don't have Fading Hope. We just need to dodge Fading Hope. Uh-huh. They lose one for that. So it has to be exactly Fading Hope. It's all that they have mana left for. They're dead! Oh, the Hall got them. It absolutely got them. I don't know how I'm going to fit all these long games into this video, so I guess I'll just, I got to do the dance at the end of this one, because that one's going in there, because that was a very exciting close game. And we will, even money dance, even money dance, even money dance, 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 dance. Yeah. 5 wins, 2 losses. Longest video of all time. Like, what the heck, man? I was supposed to go play Commander today. Gonna have no time, man. All right, keepsies. Good hand, good curve. Does everything we need it to do. What's our opponent up to? Oh, and we're on the play. On the play is nice. Oh, yeah. Delightful. Haunted Ridge. Okay. What do we get? Do we go past summoning beatdowns? I think so. Aggro mode. We've got 4 lands already. When this dies, we can get sciences if we have that issue. But yeah, let's get stuff on the board. Skullport Merchant, Meat Hook, start drawing. Put together that sacrifice game plan. I don't like putting out my Field of Ruin too early because opponents can blow it up with their own Field of Ruins when they see it, if it's important. And if it's not important, of course, they wouldn't do that. So if it doesn't make a difference, I just put out the Haven early. If you're wondering about that decision. Pesty besties. Let's go. What you got? You know, Cinderclasm? Jwari my pests. Well, I hope, A, you miss a land drop later. You deserve it. And 2, if something's going to get taken that way, let it be a Jwari disruption. Oh, God. All right, they get to... Oh, God. Nice hand. Good stuff. All right, so Snowlands are going to cost us here because we're not attacking with Haven as soon as we need to be. Goodbye, Lolth. Goodbye, Hook. We needed those. But yeah, I guess we have to beat them down because they're playing Grixis turns. 6 out of 8 opponents are control today? Holy crap. What is this world coming to? I don't like it when other people do it. It's a selfish endeavor. I accept that. I understand. All right, if we go for Hive, they'll probably kill it. But they might be trying to Deluge this turn. Actually, I don't think that deck plays Deluge. Here's the thing. Are we aggro or not? I think we have to try to be aggro. Not to mention this is good against Lear by taking the duress out of their graveyard. Or hitting the iteration. I mean, this is very risky, but we have to play risky. We don't have a choice. Okay, we get to attack. Cool. They did Deluge. A deck does play Deluge. Okay. I haven't played the Grixis version in a while. I just find the Izzet version way better, but it is a cool deck. I like Grixis Lure. In concept, I'm just sick, and I mean sick, of Iteration Epiphany. I don't feel special playing it. I feel even more annoyed going against it because it's pretty much the whole Mythic meta. Okay, cool. Cool. So we get the sciences here because we do need more Snowlands to activate our Haven. And they're at 9. So if I do this and I get a land, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can still attack with Hive. We do need the Snowlands. This Haven has to finish the job, I think. They're about to Lear. So taking the duress actually doesn't matter here because we have merchants. So we will go for the Deluge. But they didn't have a way to stop the Hive before. And we have 2 creature lands, so they've got to kind of scramble to find the answers. But we only have 1 Snowland. This can turn into another. We need 1 more Snowland at least. The Shipwreck Marshes are punishing us. So, they took their time on that decision. Could mean a lot of things. Shuffler's fine, by the way. I think they'll have the answer. They run 4 Fading Hopes. They run Infernal Grasp. They run Power Word Kill. I think they'll have the answer now. Gonna play as if that's a thing. Try to have a board for their epiphanies. Oh, God. Oh, so much selection. So they've gone through, counting their draw steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards in the last 2 turns. You think they have Alrund's Epiphany? I bet they do. I bet they do. We're close to a lethal threat, though, if we draw a snow-covered land. We just wanted to put lethal damage on the board and say, deal with it. The thing is, I bet they can. Divide. Okay. Well, we can't power up Haven, but we can go for this. Love the land go from the opponent. Feels good. I'm kidding. It doesn't feel good at all. The double duress just leveled us, and we haven't really recovered because we've only drawn Skullport Merchants until now. It hasn't been enough for pressure. Interesting. So that's going to be Cinderclasm? No? Very weird. Very weird play. I mean, I can hope it means something good. I think we have to hope that they don't find Galvanic Iteration. I think this version only ran 2 and we got 1. And if they don't find Galvanic Iteration and they just go for Epiphany, that's good for us. Yeah, if they just try to cast an Epiphany here and we divide it by 0, kind of win. So what's the worst thing that they can flash back on us here? Iteration, burn down the house. I think it's the command, actually. Maybe that's wrong. The Clasm doesn't matter too much. What here actually stops the Hall? Not much. You could take the Duress so that if they play a Leer, they don't have much mana to do other things, right? Prismari command doesn't change anything. We could just divide it at the right time. So yeah, if we take Duress, then they don't get to see our hand or force the divide. Closer than I expected. All right, go for Epiphany. If they go for an Epiphany, we can win. Way closer than I thought this would be. They've drawn a bunch of the 1-0s that actually aren't effective against us. We've been lucky. Land. They go Iteration. They don't have Epiphany Foretold. That won't work. Careful taps. Terrifying. Careful taps. Man, this deck is like nickels and dimes to get there, isn't it? Okay. Okay. They have the Leer. What are they going to cast? They need to cast like the Iteration, right? I think we just divide it. If they have Jwari, they don't have enough mana to play the Iteration. They're trying to hit a Fading Hope. Yes! Oh, God, these games are hard. Somehow a little bit of moisture has gone and taken mono black all the way to 6 wins. We only played 2 aggro decks the whole time. Everything else has been control decks. And I mean like either Snow, Go Long control decks, or Is It and Epiphany, which is so miserable. But we're trying to pick up a 7th win. Let's do it. Let's freaking go. Let's do this. Tezzeret Avatar, probably not an aggro mage. Oh. Ooh, it's not a great hand. But it's wonderful if we draw one of 12 cards. Hunt for Specimens. Shambling Ghast, Eye Twitch. Do you believe? I believe. We also have a cheap sweeper if they put out like 21 toughness things. Okay, green. Green's winnable, but our hand does need to cooperate. If we don't accelerate, it won't work. We could just get run over. So this is the big draw step. It's gotta be one of those cards. Green-white, what? Join the dance, what? Humans? Weird. All right. Gotta bluff, because we have nothing. So we put in stops. We want to make him at least think about this play. Please be 1 toughness. Crap. God. Oh no. Yeah, they didn't even think. They're like, hey, think? We don't think. I've got to keep playing Snowlands. Maybe I block with Haven next turn. Get the hook down. Adeline lives. Deadly Dispute does nothing. God, we've drawn nothing but land. Do you believe? I believe we're just going to draw nothing but land. All right, we still have a turn to do it. Like, if we draw a Shambling Ghast at this turn, I'm feeling okay, not great. That's awesome. Blood on the Snow. How do we get there? I guess this has to block, is one way that we get there. It's got to block one of the 2/2s, and we take how much? Too much. And then we play Lolth, block 2 things. Not quite dead. Stupid deck. Why'd you have to do it to me? We were having... Oh my god! Come on! Come on! Not like this. Alright, we're just under lethal threat. What could we draw? How about a land? That's as bad as it gets. Deck is cursed, man. You build it for aggro, and you can't beat aggro. You just can't. Like, I'm 1-2 against aggro in this cursed event. Ah, it was a hell of a ride, though. Hell of a ride. Do love the deck. Not rationally, irrationally. Can't believe we got so many wins against control and did so horribly in the matchup we're supposed to win, but I guess my keeps are bad. Claim the prize. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. You're cool.